Reel is for somebody who's burnt out on their romantic spiritual journey. Whether you think you're in a twin flame thing or karmic partner or soulmate, I'm here to give you a point of view that I hope will alleviate you from that bondage and finally just break through and manifest whoever the hell you want to date. Because as soon as I dropped that narrative is when I could understand love is infinite, and if you want to manifest dates back to back to back to back, you can. If you want to manifest proposals back to back, you can. It all stems from you. So in the law of assumption, what you think, feel, and judge comes to pass. It becomes your reality. On earth as it is in heaven is on the physical plane as it is in your imagination. The whole Bible, in my point of view, is just allegory for you to wake up to your consciousness and your capacity to manifest. So if you believe, hear me out, in a twin flame, that means your assumption is you have to be on this journey. But all the spiritual law is what do you think? And that will become true. So if you think you have to be a part of this twin flame place to like heal your chakras and unite the feminine with the masculine and like go out of your way to overexert yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally, you are going to get so burnt out and waste years of your life not understanding why union hasn't happened yet with the love of your life. When you actually understand the law, meaning what you think and what you feel comes to pass, you can understand, oh my God, I just believed in this narrative. And because what I thought and felt and judged about it was true to me, it became my physical experience. So you're creating all your hardship. It's not like this person was put in this planet for you to wake up to some higher thing and now you're going to unite with love and like provide love to the world. It's like, no. What meeting anybody who you love will do when you do not understand you're creating them as a mirror of your self-worth will reflect back to you what you think you deserve. They will absolutely wreck and destroy your heart because that's what you just assume you deserve. Most likely, if you're on a twin flame or some soulmate thing and then you met and then they left for like months and years on end, it was a very powerful connection. My theory is you set an intention unconsciously wanting true love and then they finally came in. You're just asleep to manifestation, so you think it's some miracle outside of you when really you were the one conducting it the whole time. It's not divine timing. Divine timing does not exist. You choose the timeline since time, it doesn't exist. So because you don't assume you deserve love and you called in love unconsciously, it only makes sense for it to be incredibly heart-wrenching because you don't know what's going on. Like, oh, I called in true love, but then they left and all of them. And then you see the negative thoughts come back in. And now you judge the person. And now because you project so much lack, because you believe you lost them for good, they will be so far away from you and block you on your phone because you're emitting lack. That's the journey. Oh, the runner chaser. It's like, no, you set an intention for true love. You didn't waver. You finally got them. You didn't know what you were doing. So now you're projecting them to leave because you can't hold on to your stability of thinking you deserve love. Self-worth is shot when it comes to relationships. You can get them back if you want. You can get anyone back if you want. What you have to do is practice the law of assumption. You have to know that manifestation starts with you first. And nothing outside of you is a coincidence or some divine gift. You're the one creating it all the time. When God created the world, do you think it was, oh, that's a coincidence, trees are green? Like, no, it's just shit is perfect. It's all purposeful. The most extreme intelligent being that created this planet wasn't like, oh, everything was just a coincidence. If you were born in God's image and God's likeness, that means you were also born as awesome and powerful, but just as a physical incarnate of that entity. So the things that you create are, oh, this is a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. You're creating it without knowing it. And that's the whole part of, I think, the spiritual journey, if you want to call it whatever, even though that I really think it's just too much romanticizing of just trying to understand your consciousness capacity. If you think love is hard, it will constantly be hard. If you believe in a twin flame, you're going to constantly be a runner chaser. If you believe in karmic partners, you're going to keep running into people that suck because you keep projecting your belief onto that narrative. So of course it has to be birthed in the physical plane. But if you just drop that dialogue and you start recognizing you're doing it to yourself, you can honestly manifest the love of your life tomorrow. You can manifest 2 engagements like back to back. I don't know if I said that already, but I did that before. Not actual ones, but like they're talking about weddings and like proposing and like wanting somebody. And it's because of me. It's because of the intention I set. And the more you set intentions to practice, the more you will interact with people that show you your inner dialogue. And you see that love is incredibly abundant and you can have it tomorrow. You could have it the next day and you can have it next week with 3 different people you want or just one person. So I made this video because I want want a lot of people just to start waking up to recognize that the spiritual community is actually kind of broken and filled with a lot of gunk. Like, it all starts with you. You don't need a coach. I think it helps to listen to people. I think it helps to maybe get guidance at certain points of time. But ultimately, you will always be in control, because manifestation is not something you can turn off. You are always manifesting. But when you recognize it, that's the most important part, and you can take your power back. And it starts with, showing up and being honest with yourself and practicing and like pointing out, where do I really have a majority of my inner dialogue? What are my subconscious most beliefs? And when you recognize when you finally recognize what you really think about every day, and you're like really honest, then you can start improving your self-dialogue, which will then inherently start changing the world around you. And I guarantee you're going to be in like a relationship in like 2 weeks if that's what you want, if not sooner. It just depends on how much you believe in the law of assumption, how much you believe in yourself being able to actually manifest something beyond just like seeing a butterfly, and practicing. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I always love to help, because this is something I really struggled with. And I want to bring a little bit of my perspective and what I believe the truth to be, to help people finally just find love, because we all deserve it.